Well, I awoke this morning with a little bit of a hankering for some Guild Wars 1. Let's get on into it and see what we can do. Roll into a role-playing character, and I think we are going to start off. But let me back up. Okay, if you're not familiar with Guild Wars 1, there are 3 campaigns and then an expansion. When you create a new character, you have the option to start in either Prophecies, Factions, or Nightfall. Prophecies was the first one. Chronologically, it goes Prophecies, Factions, Nightfall. But you can start wherever you want. I'm going to start with Prophecies today. So just like Guild Wars 2, we get the option of a profession to start out with. I've put a little bit of thought into this. I know that I don't want to be warrior. I make that decision because I've played warrior in Guild Wars 1. It's just not for me. Not kind of what I'm interested in. I don't want to play monk. That's pretty much a dedicated healer, and I'm not going to be playing with other people most likely. So I don't really have any interest in healing NPCs. That just doesn't sound fun to me either. That leaves these 4, and I am leaning towards Elementalist. I think that's what I'm going to go with. I think I'm going to go with male. Guild Wars 1 character creation is a little, how should I put it? Not super in depth. Your options are based on the profession that you choose, because you don't get a race option in this game. You're human no matter what. So whatever profession you choose, and I guess it's different throughout the profession, or it's different throughout the different campaigns too. There's different themes. Like Prophecies is more like a European type setting. Factions is more of an Asian setting, and then Nightfall is an African setting. So that changes the aesthetic of your character and stuff if you go into those professions, or sorry, not professions, if you go into those campaigns instead. Okay, hello, this is me in post. I'm realizing that I made a mistake while recording. I have an ultra-wide monitor, and I don't want to record ultra-wide videos, so I'm forced to window the games that I'm playing and record in that window. But for whatever reason, Guild Wars wasn't in the proper window, so there's a chunk missing. So I'm sorry about that. I'm kind of forced to either re-record and try to recreate my commentary, because I'm kind of happy with how it turned out, or just deal with it and say I'm sorry, and it'll be better in episode 2. So I'm kind of leaning towards that. So I apologize if it's distracting and I'm not very happy about it, but it will be fixed in episode 2. So please stick with me. After this one, it will be fixed. I promise. Okay, thank you. Enjoy. So, I'm kind of digging. That's a no. That's a maybe. I think that's a no. This is a maybe. Or pass. Not digging the ponytail. Let's just go with this. That's okay. It's kind of a little frat boy action. Brown hair, why not? Really doesn't matter a whole bunch. I just don't want to look completely ridiculous. Some of these are like total yikesville. Like that one, come on. That is a face that you would not want your child sitting next to on the bus. Like that is a pull your children closer to you. You see this guy walking down the street. That is a yes. Let your purse, let your children get away from as fast as possible. We'll go with that. That looks fine. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and turn that off because that's ridiculous. This doesn't really matter. We're gonna replace this armor. Let's not be short, let's be tall. Come on, let's stand out. And I should have planned this out. I didn't have a character name in mind when I started this. We can We'll just do Zarek, like our Guild Wars 2 character. I know that's not going to be taken. Oh, you have to have a last name in Guild Wars 1. We'll do a little homage to my friend I used to play with. He always used to put Freeman as his character's last name, so a little homage to him. There we go, Zarek Freeman. Let's get into it.
The last day dawns on the kingdom of Askalon. It arrives with no fanfare, no tolling of alarms. Those who will remember will speak fondly of the warm morning breeze. People carry on with their daily lives, unaware that in a short while, everything they have ever known will come to an end.
Scribe?
Yes, my lord.
These Char are relentless, but we shall hold the wall at all costs.
Yes, my lord.
Take this message to Sir Titus. Go forth and recruit the strongest, the smartest. Bring to me the bravest in all of Askalon. Find me the heroes who will lead our kingdom to glory.
As you command, my king.
All right, welcome to Pre-Searing Askalon. This place is like a nostalgia bomb and a half for me. Spent a lot of time here back in the day. I mean, this music that's playing, I mean, just, you know, just all the nostalgia. I turned that stupid jewel thing off. We gotta turn this stupid thing off. Some of the headpieces in this game are really good. The Elementalist has probably the stupidest looking one ever. So we're gonna go ahead and set that to always hide. But yeah, let's see what this town crier has for us. Oh Jesus, some clipping. Alright, we need to go talk to Sir Titus. Alright, let's do it. Fortunately, he's not very far. So Guild Wars 1 is like supremely different to Guild Wars 2. It's basically just set in the same universe, and it's kind of it's an RPG and it's set in the same universe, and that's about all they have in common. Alright, so we just need to go to Lakeside Country, and we're going to talk to this Elementalist guy, and he's going to show us what's up. Because right now we have no skills, so he's going to give us a skill or two and help us out. But look at all these players. All these blue names, these are actual players. People hanging out in this game that came out in, what, 2005? Is that when this came out? Yeah, there's a lot of people hanging out in Pre-Searing usually. You'll start seeing the population kind of start to dwindle as we get to later levels. But there's always a healthy amount of people here in Pre-Searing. Alright, Howland, the Elementalist, what do you got for me? Okay. Yes. Alright, I'm not going to read all these out. Okay, he wants to take care of some scale over there by the river and get a shimmering scale, and he's going to give us some skills after we do that. So unlike Guild Wars 2, your weapon has an auto attack that isn't tied to your skill bar down here. So we'll just go over here and we'll just shoot these little fireballs with our little wand. And the combat, as you will notice, is a lot slower pace than Guild Wars 2, but it's kind of, I mean, I like it. I mean, it's a nice change of pace. It's definitely something different. It's well, Guild Wars 1 is more, we'll get into it later, but it's more focused on building well, you're building your own build, but also you're building your team's build. Because in the later, as the game went on and ArenaNet saw that the population was starting to dwindle, and I think some people disagree with this decision, but I think overall, it was a good choice for the long term. They came out with heroes, which are NPCs that you can customize and put into your party. So we aren't going to unlock that until way later in the game. Until that point, we're going to be using what are called henchmen, which you don't get to customize, but are NPCs that are part of your team. Because this game is not soloable. You have to have a team. After we get out of this little pre-searing tutorial area, we will need to have a team if we want to survive. Otherwise, we will die so fast. All right, so we did what this guy wanted. We got 2 skills. We got this this just damage dealing skill, and then the skill where it heals us every time I use energy, and eventually it'll decrease the amount of energy it takes to cast spells. All right, and sorry I didn't read that out. This guy just wants us to go talk to Devana over here. So we're just gonna follow the compass and we're gonna go see what's up with Devana. So Ellie's pretty cool. What I like about Ellie is if I can press the right buttons. So you have different attributes that will eventually put points in as we level up. They have this special one called energy storage. So that'll increase the amount of energy that we have. And they're already pretty high energy, just as a baseline. Like for reference, warriors only have 20 energy as a baseline, and Ellie started out with 33 or 30. I think I got 3 extra from my staff. But as we increase our energy storage, we'll end up with more energy. So we'll kind of get to a point where we don't really have to worry about that mechanic of the game. We're just going to have ample energy. We'll have skills like this Aura of Restoration, and we'll just be able to cast spells for reduced energy, and then we'll have additional energy too. So it's kind of nice that we'll just kind of be able to ignore that aspect of the game and be able to cast our spells pretty liberally. But I mean, come on, look at this area. This area is so cool. I mean, this is a game that came out in 2005, and I mean, to me, this still stands up. I mean, look at that. I mean, that could be your wallpaper. You'd be happy with that. Don't lie to me. I usually, I don't know if there's usually a bunch of scale that hang out in that river, and usually my pathing when I'm just starting a new character is to kill all those scale and try to get to level 2. I'm way over here to Devana, but I think because of my starting quest, it didn't those scale didn't spawn when I loaded in the map. So sorry, I'm kind of breezing over stuff. Other Guild Wars 1 basics, if you don't know. So in cities, you'll see other people, but when you go into explorable areas, you are just by yourself or with your teammates that you choose to take with you. So that's why it's kind of an MMO and kind of not, because I'm not just going to see random people running around out here. I'm totally by myself. Like if I talk, the game will tell me there's no one out here. You're talking to yourself. So in some ways, that's kind of nice. You don't have anyone messing with you, and you can kind of do your own thing. And you don't have to worry about being in other people's way or people being in your way. But in other ways, it's kind of, I mean, it's not a true MMO, you know. But I mean, it's just part of this game. It's just unique in that way. One benefit of that is these enemies that we're killing, they're done. They're not going to respawn until we reload the map. So I mean, that's one benefit. You can run down a path, killing everything in your way, and then when you run back, you don't have to fight the same mobs. You already took care of them. All right, what's up, Devana? She's glad we came. Thank you. I am too. All right, what you want me to do? Okay, she's just happy. All right, what do you want us? We need to go talk to the scribe in Ashford Abbey. All right, let's do it. And we get a shield. I'm not going to use the shield. I'm an elementalist. Thanks, though. All right, let's go over here to Ashford Abbey. It's not that far. For unsettling rumors. I mean, I'm just gonna kind of breeze through this. I guess if you guys want me to read out these quests and things like that, let me know, and I will. But otherwise, I'm just gonna kind of breeze through all this stuff and kind of just give you the highlights of what's going on. All right, what's up, Merrick? All right. Back to Askalon City, huh? It's kind of weird, and it pulls me out of the game when NPCs tell me to press things on my keyboard. I don't really like this. I don't like when they do that. It should just be like something that pops up, like a bit of the UI. I don't know. I don't know if other people are sensitive to that, like I am. But yeah, I totally am. It just irks me. Like, you shouldn't be telling me person to end the game. Like, you're just totally breaking the fourth wall. All right, back over to this guy. I guess we're not talking to Sir Titus. We're talking to this other guy over here. All right, what you want me to do? All right, we got our shield that we're not going to use, and we leveled. All right. I think we're gonna dump our points into fire magic and energy magic. Okay, that'll be fine. That'll do. Okay, so another thing for Guild Wars 1, you get a secondary profession. So I am going to be an elementalist / whatever else I want. So I could be a warrior, I could be like a battle mage kind of thing. I could be like a Ellie / necro, some like kind of dark wizard guy. So it's kind of like an interesting thing. They took a lot of inspiration from Magic the Gathering when they're developing this game. So I kind of think they had kind of like the mixing of colors in your game. Like you would have like a Rakdos deck, you know, black, white. And in Guild Wars, you would have, you know, Ellie, Necro, or something like that. It's very similar in how they came up and designed the skills. Were very similar to Magic the Gathering. Like, think about your skill bar. These are all like the cards in your hand, right? So something similar to that. I mean, kind of interesting because I like Magic a lot, so it's kind of fun playing this, and this is kind of like a MMO version of Magic, and I don't know, kind of cool. But anywho, so we're gonna pick our secondary profession. This doesn't really matter. I think I'm gonna end up only focusing on my Ellie skills, even though it's kind of cool to mix up the professions. But I kind of like the idea of going Mesmer. There's a benefit for going Ranger. If I'm Ranger, that means I get to have a pet with me, which is not terrible. Actually, it's kind of beneficial because at the beginning of the game, I'm only going to have henchmen, and henchmen are notoriously stupid. To have a pet, you have to have at least one Beast Mastery skill on your skill bar. And I don't know if I want to dedicate 1/8 of my skill bar to a meat shield. That's just gonna kind of do negligible damage and then maybe take a couple hits off of me. So I'm thinking I'm going to go. This doesn't really matter. I can change my mind. This isn't binding us to anything. Let's go Mesmer, I think. No, don't tell me, but I want to go Mesmer. Okay. Let us do it. See what this town crier has to say too. I think this guy has another quest for us. I think this quest takes us back to Divana again, and then we have to fight a few things. But we can get our Mesmer skills first, and then we can go take care of that. Oh, sorry, I am getting in the habit of just clicking away. Yeah, he wants us to go talk to Divana because there is a clan of Grawl that are sweeping the north. So he wants us to go up there with Divana and take care of those Grawl. But this guy has something for us too. What do you want? Oh, there's another elementalist for us that'll give us some more skills in Wizard's Volley. Okay, we'll take care of that later. Let's do the secondary profession first, and then we'll do Trouble in the Woods, and then we'll do a new elementalist trainer, I think. This new elementalist trainer gives us a really good starter skill, Firestorm, which is like this AoE Firestorm that does pretty decent damage. Mesmer's Burden. We gotta go fight this rogue Bull. Alright, come here, Bull. Bring it on. Alright, we got these Mesmer skills now. So this is kind of what I was talking about. This is kind of like Magic, where you would have, you know, different colors in your deck. Got the mixture of skills here. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. So this Aura Restoration, every time I do, every time I spend energy, I gain health. And then this one also, I steal energy from the Bull and then I gain health. And I gain more health because I used a skill. So this is kind of like, I mean, I think of Ellie, like in Guild Wars 2, as kind of being like a glass cannon. But with this Aura of Restoration, like this just kind of makes us not necessarily tanky, but we have a lot of self-heal on ourselves. And we're gonna put out decent damage too later on. Yeah, like I said, this isn't like Guild Wars 2. We're not able to dodge around. We're not able to jump. Well, not technically. We can slash jump. But in Guild Wars 2, the world feels so much smaller than it does in Guild Wars 1. It's essentially the same. Like, they overlaid the maps almost perfectly. But in Guild Wars 1, it feels so much bigger because you're not able to jump around. And you don't have mounts. Obviously, mounts made Guild Wars 2 feel a lot smaller. No, I'm not going to decide yet. But yeah, Guild Wars 1, you're not able to outrun mobs. So basically, you can't just aggro stuff and then just run away. Like, you kind of can, but you kind of can't. Because if you aggro 2 or 3 groups, you're going to die. So you're almost forced into fights. So that makes you stop and fight stuff. Guild Wars 2, you can just pick a direction and auto run, and you can almost guarantee that you're going to make it. Assuming you don't get like stuck on a rock or something. You're not going to die from stuff killing you. You can just run. For the most part. Maybe there's some exceptions, but Guild Wars 1, that is not the case. You're going to be forced into fights. I'm just killing these guys for some XP. So unlike Guild Wars 2, Guild Wars 1 kind of, I don't want to say punishes you, but it kind of punishes you. If I was here with a group, we would be sharing that XP. So I think what I was getting 80 XP. If I had a buddy out here with me, we would both get 40 instead. It kind of makes sense. Because, I mean, you're doing half the work. Or in theory, you're doing half the work. You might not be, but, you know, whatever. You're also sharing loot. So I'm guaranteed this. Every drop I'm guaranteed. Because I'm not here by myself. So that's one aspect of Guild Wars 2 that I think they got better. Is that you're not... It's almost a de-incentive for me to be out here with a friend. Like, I remember playing with friends in Pre-Searing, and I was like, hey, let's play together. And they're basically like, no. Like, in this area, it's too easy to... there's no reason to be out here in a team. It's too easy. So why would I sacrifice the XP? And I mean, the drops aren't really that important, but the XP, I'm gonna level slower if I'm out here with you. I might as well just do it by myself. All right, so we found Divana, and she's upset about these Grolls, so we gotta go kick some Groll butt. Let's see. This Water Wand is better than that staff, and I have this Earth Scroll to give me that energy. All right, that'll work. And then Divana has some quests for us too, so we'll pick those up after we're done fighting these Groll. Run! Oh crap, I might die here. Pick him up, Divana. Yeah. Got those OP Ellie heals. I don't know if you saw it back there, but there was a mysterious glowy boss looking guy. Wonder who he is. Where you going, Divana? Okay. You just had some pathing issues there. Oh great, now we've aggroed the scale. It's not good. Okay, you take on the roll, I'll take on the scale. Luckily I got these self heals, man. And okay, these numbers might not look crazy to you, but if I was playing a warrior, I would not be getting close to this amount of DPS. Like, each one of these flares does 26 damage. That's pretty good. If I was out here as a warrior, I would have my auto attack, and then I would have a warrior skill that made my auto attacks attack faster. So I would not be doing nearly as much DPS. Is there always this many Grawl? I feel like there was way more this time. They were like all spread out. Okay, so we got a Warhammer that we're not going to use. What do you want? Oh, stop running away, Devana, come on. Okay, you just want me to go to the Green Country and talk to some person. Okay, got it. We're not going to do that right now, though. I'm probably going to take... I don't want to stay in Pre-Searing for that long. I kind of want to move on. Some people stay in Pre-Searing for ages. There's a title in the game if you make it to level 20, which is max level. If you make it to max level in Pre-Searing, you get a title, and it's actually kind of prestigious, and not a lot of people go for it because it takes forever. And that is not something I'm interested in doing. I'm kind of thinking I will hang out in Pre-Searing until maybe level 5 or so. I'll probably take care of... we just picked up this quest from this guy called the Worm Problem. We got to go into a cave and fight some worms and take some devourer eggs from that cave. So we'll take care of that later. I think I want to go first and talk to this new elementalist trainer. So let's take care of that. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm seeing that I've been recording for about half an hour. So maybe this is a good point to stop this first one. But I'm looking forward to episode 2. I've only been playing for half an hour, but it's feeling good to be back to Guild Wars 1. I'm digging it. I kind of have high hopes for the Elementalist. I'm thinking it's going to be a lot of fun to play through on this Ellie. So let me know what you all are thinking of this. If this is your first time watching a Guild Wars 1 video, maybe this has intrigued you. Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. If you like this, hit that like button, please. And consider giving me a subscribe so you will be notified when I upload my next video. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. See you later.